If I could go back and talk to my 18-year-old self, I wouldn't give him a list of advice. I wouldn't tell him which career to choose or which mistakes to avoid. I'd give him just one rule, one life-changing principle that would have saved me years of confusion, stress, and wasted time. And that rule is this: your life is shaped far more by the systems you build than by the goals you set. At 18, most people obsess over goals. I want to be rich. I want to be successful. I want to be confident. Goals sound exciting, but goals don't change your life. Systems do. A system is the routine, the habit, the environment you create that makes progress automatic. It's the difference between saying you want to get fit and having a daily rule that says you move your body for 10 minutes no matter what. It's the difference between wanting to be smarter and having a system where you read one page every morning before your phone. At 18, I didn't understand this. I thought life was about big dreams. I didn't realize it was about small, repeatable actions. Here's why this rule matters. Goals rely on motivation, but systems rely on identity. When you chase goals, you're constantly swinging between highs and lows. Motivated one week, drained the next. But when you follow systems, you don't need motivation. You don't need to hype yourself up. Your routine carries you, even on the bad days. The version of me at 18 used to start everything with fire and quit within a month. Not because I was lazy, but because I relied on motivation. And motivation is like a spark. It burns bright, then disappears. Systems, on the other hand, let the fire burn quietly, steadily for years. Think about it like this. If you aim to save money, you'll hold on to it for a week or two, but eventually you'll slip. But if you create a system, like automatically transferring 10% of every income you receive, you'll save without thinking. If you want to get good at a skill, you might practice intensely for a few days, then fall off. But if your rule is practice for 5 minutes every day, you'll become better than 99% of people who rely purely on motivation. And here's the part one wish I understood earlier. Systems don't need to be big. In fact, they're more powerful when they're small. Because small systems are easy to repeat. They don't cause burnout. They don't need preparation. You can do them whether you're tired, stressed, or busy. And small actions compound. 5 minutes a day becomes 180 hours a year. 1 page a day becomes 30 books over time. Tiny habits quietly build a life you're proud of. Another reason this rule is life-changing. Systems protect your mental health. At 18, I thought I needed to reach massive goals to feel valuable. Why I didn't see progress fast enough, I felt like a failure. What I didn't realize is that goals create pressure, but systems create stability. When you follow your system for the day, you feel accomplished immediately. You don't wait months for validation. You don't feel like you're failing because progress is built into your routine. There's also something deeper. Systems create identity. When you show up for tiny habits consistently, your brain begins to believe new things about who you are. You're no longer someone who tries to be productive. You're someone who is productive. You're no longer someone who tries to get fit. You're someone who never skips movement. Every small action is a vote for the person you want to become. And identity ultimately decides the life you live. At 18, I believe discipline was about forcing yourself to do things you hate. But discipline becomes effortless when your systems align with the person you want to be. For example, if you want to be healthier, don't set a goal of losing weight. Create a system where you drink water as soon as you wake up, walk for 10 minutes daily, and eat one clean meal every day. If you want to be smarter, don't set a goal like read 50 books. Your system is reading 2 pages while you drink your coffee. If you want to make more money, don't obsess over becoming a millionaire. Create a system where you learn one useful skill for 10 minutes a day. Systems shift your focus from, I need to achieve something big, to I need to do something small consistently. And ironically, it's the small actions that lead to the big results. There's something else I'd tell my younger self. Don't judge your future based on where you are right now. Judge it by the systems you follow daily. A person with mediocre goals, but great systems will outgrow someone with huge goals and no consistency. It's not about potential. It's about repetition. And maybe the most beautiful part of this rule is that it removes guilt. When you miss a day, you don't feel like your entire goal is ruined, because a system isn't about perfection. It's about returning. Systems make you resilient. They teach you that progress is built on thousands of small returns. So if you're young right now, or honestly, at any age, understand this. Your future is not built by intensity. It's built by consistency. Not by doing everything at once, but by doing something small every day. Not by setting giant expectations, but by building quiet systems that shape your identity. If I could talk to my 18-year-old self, I'd say, stop trying to change your life in a day. Just try to repeat something small every day. Because that's how transformation really works, slowly at first, quietly in the background, and then all at once when the results finally catch up. Your goals don't build your life. Your systems do. And once you understand that everything changes,